See you now. Bye.
Simula! Simula!
Yes!
Oh, yes. I miss you, dear.
Thank you!
Haces tu pizza. I see you now. Bye.
The world wheels don't turn money. Yes.
Yeah. Let me go and look for the house here.
That's my one.
Ja, lekker is net. Hier zijn Helen.
Thanks. Thanks, Elfie.
Go in. Weet je ik heb ze hier nog?
Come, Chris. Take one poster there.
Where? We come over the deck over. Hey, Devin. Where do you press this thing now? Huh?
How's the live video, Elfie?
Oh! But is this thing on me, bro? Abby, hi man.
He's on. He's on. He's on.
I'm treating 3 1 first. Can you see us?
And yes, I'm a government official. I'm the MMC for Economic Development and Tourism. It doesn't mean I must agree with you. I don't agree with you. I don't even like you, Cyril. I don't even like you. You're not even a good-looking guy to like. So, as far as I'm concerned, you can go to hell, Cyril, and everybody and anybody else who supports you. To those of you listening to this message, I want to say to you, I'm not intimidated by the draconian regulations. You can bring more charges against me like you done the other day. I don't care. The only thing you can do is throw me in the same pot of those people over here. You know what the difference is between us, me and you, Cyril, and those people here? We get paid every month, despite COVID-19, despite lockdown. We get paid, you and I, Cyril. And that is why you don't care. And if you ask your ANC cadres, when you went to Codesa, you went to negotiate for yourself. That's why today you are a billionaire. Because you went to negotiate. You've never worked. Show me what company you have started from scratch. Show me what you have put, what products have you manufactured? What are you selling? Where do you get your money from? You took the money because of white monopoly capital. You took the money because you negotiated for yourself, and you forgot about everybody else. Now all these people over here, so all these people are affected by your draconian style, and it's time for you to be removed where you are. So I'm going to land on this point because I'm going to attend to these people over here. And my message to you is, Cyril, you are not my president. I don't recognize you. And as far as I'm concerned, you can go to hell. I thank you.
Okay. Can we gather closer? Where's Chris?
Morning.
We have asked all the other concerned parties if they would be here today. Up until today, none of them have replied. Not the ANC, not the DA. No other political party was prepared to come here today and meet with us. I suppose this is not important enough. Tourism means absolutely nothing to them. Doesn't bring any money into the country. I suppose the money flows in here, and as the wind blows into PE, that's how the money blows into PE. That's how they take it. Like they said the time when the rand fell, oh, we'll just pick it up. So I suppose as the wind blows here into PE, that's how the money will blow into PE, into the Eastern Cape. This initiative here is to try and lobby government, or let government take notice of what is going on in our industry. I just want to give you guys, as drivers and staff members of the various companies represented here today. But before I do that, I just want to introduce you. Mr. Daniels, I want to introduce you to the owner of Easy Shuttles Eastern Cape. That's Chris. Bay Tourism, Desmond, Mark Heck,
Africa for real.
Africa for Real. These are all the owners of the companies represented here. And Mr. Fahim Williams of Williams Coaches. The two largest companies represented here today in terms of luxury coaches and tourism, London and Williams, with the biggest supplier of coaches. So when we say we got this initiative here today, it is in order for us to save jobs. Government does not support us, but they are supporting the taxi industry. Yet we employ hundreds of thousands of people across South Africa in this industry, and we pay millions of dollars of rands in taxes, but yet government does not take notice of us, but they pay the taxi industry so much attention, probably because we did not stop on every street corner and burn some tires and destroy some people's property and make political slogans. We did not do that. This thing ran off peacefully, and I suppose that is not what draws the attention of government. Give you an example. One of these luxury coaches standing here, the license alone is 42,000 rand for the year. We've got to take it out every 6 months in advance. Now imagine if you have 18 of these vehicles and you've got to take them out in March and you haven't worked a stitch, and it's now time for you to take out a new license. Where do we find this money? If you go to the post office now to go and do a renewal on your license, they will not issue you a license because you are now in the arrears with your other vehicles. So you take 42,000 rand and you times it by 15, 16, 20 vehicles that you have, and see where the money, where that money is going to come from. They say we can open up local tourism to tour the Eastern Cape. Who's going to go and tour in the Eastern Cape in a bus in your own province? Nobody's going to do that. You can get in your car and go and do that. So here we are with all this debt. Banks have given us a break up until now. Now they're starting to get sticky with us. They're demanding. This is why we are here today, to bring the attention to government. Government can go lobby on behalf of taxis, but do nothing for us. We are on our own, yet we are the biggest, one of the biggest income generators in South Africa, and that's tourism. Mr. Williams, is there anything you would like to say, and then we'll give each and everyone a chance?
Yes, thank you. You know, it's been such a blessing today, and my heart is very warm to see this initiative. You know, if we look at all of us play an integral part. That man is the driver, he looks after my coach. This woman, she takes the bookings. So this industry is made up of a lot of components, and it's sad to see that we're going to destroy these components. And all I'm saying is, you know, today when I drive through and I see all of these things going on, It shows that we are here by heart and by spirit, and we live for this industry. You know, myself and Sean, we come from Lighty days. Our fathers had these buses, and along with the buses, we met other people with the shuttles and things as time gone, because we interuse and interuse this business. Today we have taken this businesses from what used to be a little bus business to a great tourism business. We've been taking on bigger and bigger industries all the time. I've never seen myself 10 years ago featuring in this tourism industry. Today we're role players, but yet the government want to destroy it. And all I'm saying to you all people today, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. It is great to see what we're doing here today. Save our tourism.
Thank you.
As Fahim said, it's fantastic to see you guys all here, all of us. We're such a close-knit industry here, especially PE. And we all have each other's backs, and it's heartwarming to see. Let's just hope that this is noticed. As Sean said, we don't destroy things, and I think the government is more concerned about losing votes as opposed to the welfare of the country at the moment. And I think that's why we're seeing the taxi industry in support and all that. But I believe it'll come. I think this is the start. And if we do this again and again and again, if we have to, we will. And we'll make the notice. And we'll have our wheels turning again. We have to. We don't have a choice. Yep. We're all struggling in debt, like as Sean said. Operation like this afloat without income is just, that's why companies go down. We won't get that chance. Thank you.
Desmond? I'm talking about started. For us as a small company, we're at the point that we already sold 2 of our vehicles just to survive, to get my staff up and running, our household to survive. I'm in the process this morning to sell my 3rd vehicle, just to get through to February next year, because we got no help. I've been trying all over from government, everywhere, just to support us. And that they can understand that we were affected the first, and we're going to be the last to open up in this industry, and nobody takes notice of it. And today it's really tears in my eyes to see that everybody is here, so they can see that we are there, we are here, and we need help. It's like I said to my bank manager, I started with something, and I went to point where I was on the crest to go forward without anybody's help. But now I have to lose everything because nobody wants to help me. So yeah, but I'm very positive, I'm strong. We've got some things in line, so yeah, thanks guys for everybody that's here, supporting us. We all need it, small and big. There's no difference. Yeah. Everybody, it's
all in the same boat.
All in the same boat. Thank you very much.
So when we were still in Hunter's Retreat, I took a photograph of all of these vehicles, and I sent it on to the owner of Easy Shuttle, the head office guys. And his comment was, it is so sad to see all of these vehicles standing still. And it's true, it's sad to see the vehicles standing still. It's sad to see drivers not driving. It's sad to see tourists not in these vehicles going to Karika and going to Joburg and all over the place. There's nothing that we can do to get them in here except put pressure on the powers that be. and thanks to Sean and his people that have put this protest together. So it's up to you now, Mr. Daniels, to push this forward and to get our message through. And we're putting a lot of hope onto what you're going to do for us.
Thank you as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. It was a team effort by everybody sitting here. London, Williams, Easy Shuttle, Desmond, Maytours, Africa for Real, everybody that's here. Thank you so much. Without further ado, let me hand this memorandum over to Mr. Daniels, who's going to take up our plight on our behalf. So before I do that, I say help is needed. Due to the COVID-19 situation and the lockdown, our industry is in severe distress. If private coach operators do not get help soon, the operators in our industry will disappear. That has already happened. Some of the biggest, well-known bus companies, coach companies, have already closed down. Let me give you Paul Rock. Let me give you Protos. Gone. What are we asking for, Mr. MMC? We want government to treat us the same as others in the transport industry. For example, the taxis. Government initiated the lockdown, causing a complete standstill in our industry. Our vehicles have been standing since March 2020. We are asking for relief on licensing fees and for those vehicles that have not been used on the road. That is one of our major concerns. The rest of our concerns are all tabled in this memorandum. So without further ado, I now hand this over to Mr. Daniels. Thank you, Meneer. I hope you will take this matter up for us on our behalf. The reason why we've asked the Patriotic Alliance and Mr. Daniels in particular to do this is because he is a man of his word and he does not pull any punches. Nobody scares him. You heard the words he had said. We are not buying anybody here. This is a man of his word. I've known him most of my life and he's always stood for his principles and what he stands for now. So that is why we trust Mr. Daniels to take this up on our behalf. And thank you once again, everybody, for being here. And we want to thank Mr. Daniels for taking his time and effort to be here with us and to take this further. Thank you. Okay, over to Mr. Daniels.
Thank you, and once again, good morning, everybody. You know what? I want to just, can you hear me there?
Yes.
Thank you. I want to just mention a few things to you guys. And one thing that I always maintain is to sweep in front of your own door. So with your indulgence, and there is a golden thread in what I'm going to dispose of now as to your current plight. So if you indulge me, I want to cite two things. This morning, just this day, when I left home, I found my blue pot plant on my stoop was stolen. Today, this morning. I went on social media, I went onto Facebook. I asked my wife, has she got a pic of that pot plant? She sent it to me while we were on this convoy. And I posted it, and I said, I'll give you the short version of it. I said, can somebody please have a look out for this pot plant and point me in the direction of who stole the plant, because I want to see this person. I want to interview the person, because that plant, in my personal view, it's stolen because it's not been asked for, so it's stolen. Excuse me. That pot plant is stolen because this person has no recourse to an income probably, and they're going to sell that pot plant, and I hope it's to put bread on the table. Then there's also sometimes those petty crimes, drug related, but let us be slow to judge. I said, if you know who sold the pot plant to you, I want to meet the person, I want to interview the person, and I want to see if I can change the course of that person's circumstances. My second point, I want to register. And again, there is a golden thread. in your current plight that you are facing. Hello, guys, that's what I like it. My father went to jail for armed robbery. I was a lighty, and I remember the day when my father took me by the hand and he took me to, you remember Sean, Julia Mafia box?
Yeah.
He took me to Julia's house. He said to me, wait your boy, daddy's coming now. They were staying in Cobus Road at the time. She was married to the man.
Yeah.
The first time I saw my dad after he left me there was with the police. Handcuffed to another guy, Brian Khan from Durban. They went to do the armed robbery. He survived. He had the money in the boot of the car. They stopped across our house where the bush was, in Calvindale, where the playing fields are, the sports fields, to put the number plates back on the car. Brian in the front and my father at the back, or the other way around, but they're putting the number plates on, and there was a policeman sitting in the bush, off duty, witnessing these two guys putting number plates on the car. They were sitting in the bush having a drink, and he investigated and he found the money in the back of the car, and my father got arrested, at which point in time I was now back home because my father never came, and I'm with my neighbors playing soccer there in the little porch there in front when I witnessed my father coming. Let me fast forward. My dad was 40 years old when he died in a car accident on the Youthmaker Road. And I'm so happy, and I thank God for the moment he had years later. He called me on a Friday night. I was on my way to the Godfather, those of you who know the Godfather. He said, no, Marlon, don't go. Our daddy want to talk to you. He sat in my sister's room and he was crying, and I felt so uncomfortable seeing my dad cry. And he said, I want to talk to you about that day when you saw me, when the police walked in with me. And he explained to me, and he said to me, my boy, I looked at you and I was sick and tired of people in the neighborhood bringing in a jacket for you to wear because I couldn't buy you a jacket when it was winter. I looked at you, I had no shoes, my son, and I couldn't stand it anymore. And I thought, let me go and do this armed robbery. And you know what? He went with a toy gun because he never had a real gun. But he survived with a toy gun. And my dad was in prison. He was in Kirkwood prison for a few years. So my point I want to register is the following. Unemployment can make you do things that you would never have done. It's a fact. I'm not embarrassed to tell the things that I'm saying to you because it's a fact. I'm sweeping in front of my own door, and I'm wanting you to understand that I understand. I want you to understand that I understand. I didn't read about it. I didn't hear about it. I lived it. That pot plant this morning, when my wife informed me actually that the plant is stolen. And I thought, damn it. I had to go to the Beatons behind to borrow an onion. Then I had to go to the Rockmans next door to borrow Worcester sauce. My mother would throw the onion in a pot of water, put Worcester sauce in to just give it some color, and tell me, my boy, there's the soup. Just go to Auntie Joyce and ask if she's gotten 2 slices of bread for you. That was when my dad was in prison. I'm going to conclude with these stories. As facts. My father was the most successful businessman, non-white businessman in the building industry in Nelson Mandela Bay. Back then, Alcoa Regional Services Council. It was bush down the Marine Drive there, Willows and that. My dad was a sole contractor to build those units there. Willow Grove and sole contractor. He employed thousands of people over the years. He turned his life around when he came out of prison. And therefore, I want to meet the person responsible for stealing the pot plant, because I know he can turn his life around. I must stop him before he starts stealing bigger things or get killed wanting to steal some and somebody shoots him. He can turn his life around. So let's be slow to judge. Circumstances can make you act out of character because of desperation. And this that you guys are experiencing at this point in time can lead to all these well-mannered people, disciplined people in your employ to make the headlines of the paper for the wrong reasons out of desperation. And therefore, I trust you understand why I had to make these submissions to you guys, because I want you to understand that I understand. I promise you what I'm going to do. Let me tell you the plan forward. What I'm going to do, as the MMC for Economic Development, Tourism and Agriculture, let me thank you for thinking of pressing on my number to come here to accept this. Now, this is not a talk shop, because the problem with politicians, they talk. I've already briefed, when I heard yesterday, when Sean contacted me about the plans for this morning, I've spoken to my executive director who is waiting on me. I'm lining up the chief of the licensing department, because with all, it cuts across different directorates. With all the different directorates, I want to sit them all around one table, and we are going to formulate a letter to the president, to our MEC, tourism, to the minister, Ngubani, for tourism, and we are going to take your plight through the doors where it matters, where it should land on the right tables for their consideration and implementation to redress this imbalance that they have brought about with this draconian and nonsensical regulations. That's what I'm going to do. Yes, there is a chain of command with the 3 tiers of governance, national, provincial and local. I'm just the MMC, in simple terms, the local minister for your industry. And I give you my word that I'm not just saying because I don't know what to say. I'm giving my word that this is now my baby. I would like, through Sean, to check up on me regularly to give you an update. I don't want you to say, I handed it to him, you guys witnessed that, and I don't know what happened. You must know what happened. If I don't know, then you must also not know. And if I know, then you must also know. So I'm going to do what needs to be done. And I would like us to have another session like this, because a flash in the pan moment is not really good enough. And I don't care what the numbers are that we have. The fact that we are united, the fact that the message resonates very well by just about other people, affected people with tobacco, in the tobacco industry, in the liquor trade and all those. Everybody is affected by this. And yes, I want to say to you, in conclusion, COVID-19 is real. I can understand why the lockdown was implemented. I'm sure you too can, at least to some extent. The lockdown on the 26th of March, according to Cyril, said that the lockdown is being implemented because they want to prepare for the surge of COVID-19 which is coming. Today, 100 and how many days later, they're still not prepared. It's not working. Last week, sometime last week, front page in the Herald, there was a write-up about me having been charged criminally for speaking up against these regulations. Now, because I'm convicted that what I'm speaking up for is right. The worst thing that can happen to me is to lose my job. But you guys are out of job. So what difference does it make to me? If you are out, I can also be out. What's good for the geese is good for the gander. So I will not be intimidated by those people, but I will take your plight forward, and trust me, I will. Starting now, I'm now going to go to my office and get my ED in so we can set up this meeting. And I also respect that some people during this lockdown are not all at work. So I'm going to now to ascertain how soonest, if not now this morning, it is afternoon, if not today, Monday, how soon as we can get the necessary people around one table so we can address this. And I will give you a report.
Hi, good morning everybody.
On that. In fact, I'm going to call you to come in then when I met with him.
Thanks, Mr.
Thank you
Daniel.
very much.
Thank you.
Just a last word from me.
A nice breezy and crisp morning in Nelson Mandela Bay.
PCPA, which we belong to, is a national organization. They will pressure us for answers from the MMC. So as you were saying, we will be in regular contact to get updates, and we will give you feedback via the different owners, and they can pass it on as to where we are going forward. So once again, thank you so much for assisting and being here. All our jobs matter. Thank you. Thank you.
And if you're wondering what's going on here, this is got everything to do with the tourism industry, which is affected by, again I will say, nonsensical regulations. And national government, you can do with me what you want to. Lots of the regulations do not make sense. The tourism industry has been affected badly. If I reflect on the jobs that tourism created in Nelson Mandela Bay pre-COVID-19 lockdown, it has created over 40,000 jobs in Nelson Mandela Bay. And now with all these, some a little bit of sense, others completely nonsensical rules and regulations, the industry is suffering. And I'm telling you, if you had an industry creating in excess of 40,000 jobs in our beautiful bay, Nelson Mandela Bay, then surely it's reason for concern and reason for these people to cry foul for not having been accommodated during this lockdown period. Do you know how much money tourism generated in Nelson Mandela Bay? I can tell you around the 2018-2019 year, we have had generation of GDP around, so I'm just looking around here as I'm talking. We had GDP around the 2018-2019 around 9.6 billion rand, not million, billion rands. But we've had. So the challenge here is these people are crying foul. They say open up the industry in a very responsible manner, but don't exclude us, is what they are saying. So I'm here this morning to support them completely. There's a driver waving at me. He's got a, I've never seen such a beautiful face mask. Let me see that. Wow. Awesome. Yeah, stunning. So as you can see, buses are pulling in. No work, no pay. We've got SAPs here. And then of course we have got our very own Metro Police. Right there in the background. So these are all the people, and not all of them, some of them who said no. Today we're coming out to air our views, to raise our voices. And there's some type of a memo or petition that I need to receive, considering that tourism falls within my office. And that's why I'm here. I'm not going to duck and dive. I see things for what they are and not for what I want it to be. And really, what are they at this point in time? It's ludicrous how the government is going around. It's ludicrous how the government is going around being inconsiderate around jobs. And then you have a guy, Cyril, talking about a new dawn. This can never be a new dawn. The ANC doesn't know whether they're coming or going. Why am I saying ANC? Why am I bringing politics into this? Because we are governed by them. In the Eastern Cape, we are governed by them provincially, and ultimately we are governed nationally by the ANC, who's got no cook and clue. It's the blind leading the blind, and I've had enough. And let me remind you that charges were pressed against me, criminal charges. I think it's 2 weeks ago, on or about, for speaking up against these nonsensical regulations. And yeah, I'm again speaking up against the nonsensical regulations, Cyril, and your cronies. It's critically important for me to stand up. And you can come with more charges against me. I'm telling you that you guys don't know what you are doing. And it's about time that you listen to people who's got some more understanding and insight about what needs to be done. Consult with the stakeholders in the industry. Cyril, you are a beneficiary of white monopoly capital. You've never worked for your money. And now you want to come and intimidate people with your nonsensical regulations, your draconian styles of doing things. You come here with your communistic attitude, with regulations that do not make sense, and the people are suffering. Nelson Mandela Bay has had the highest unemployment rate of any other metro in the country. And see what you are doing to the tourism industry, Cyril. You can come, you can bring your police again, you can press more charges against me like you done last week, 2 weeks ago, charging me for contravening the Disaster Management Act, for speaking up against your nonsensical regulations. I'm saying to you, Cyril, as the MMC for Economic Development, Tourism and Agriculture, I have had enough of all of you. You are talking about putting Nelson Mandela Bay under administration. You should place your own cabinet under administration. And as far as I'm concerned, you can go to hell, Cyril. And it's about time that you stand up and speak up. Remember what the Freedom Charter says, that the people shall govern. Never have I seen that the individuals will govern. It's the people. And guess who are the people, Cyril? It's those people you're seeing over here on this live video. The people shall govern, not you, because you can't even govern. All you do is loot. You are corrupt with the others. You guys steal. And here we've got people who want to earn a decent living. You are killing the economy, Cyril. Pre-COVID-19, Nelson Mandela Bay generated GDP of 9.6 billion rand through tourism only. Through tourism, we created in excess of 41,000 jobs in Nelson Mandela Bay only. And considering we've got the highest unemployment rate than any other metro in the country, why are you doing what you're doing, Cyril? You can bring your SAPs to me again. You've got my details. You know where I am. You know where my office is. I'm not intimidated by you. And yes, I'm a government official. I'm the MMC for Economic Development and Tourism. It doesn't mean I must agree with you. I don't agree with you. I don't even like you, Cyril. I don't even like you. You're not even a good-looking guy to like. So, as far as I'm concerned, you can go to hell, Cyril, and everybody and anybody else who supports you. To those of you listening to this message, I want to say to you, I'm not intimidated by these draconian regulations. You can bring more charges against me like you done the other day. I don't care. The only thing you can do is throw me in the same pot of those people over here. You know what the difference is between us, me and you, Cyril, and those people here? We get paid every month, despite COVID-19, despite lockdown. We get paid, you and I, Cyril. And that is why you don't care. And if you ask your ANC cadres, when you went to Codesa, you went to negotiate for yourself. That's why today you are a billionaire. Because you went to negotiate. You've never worked. Show me what company you have started from scratch. Show me what you have put, what products have you manufactured? What are you selling? Where do you get your money from? You took the money because of white monopoly capital. You took the money because you negotiated for yourself and you forgot about everybody else. Now all these people over here, Cyril, all these people are affected by your draconian style, and it's time for you to be removed where you are. So I'm going to land on this point because I'm going to attend to these people over here. And my message to you is, Cyril, you are not my president. I don't recognize you. And as far as I'm concerned, you can go to hell. I thank you.
Peter, I hope the coverage was good. I hope, you know, it will assist us nationally as well. You know, but from PE side and the Eastern Cape side, I think we've got the right man assisting us and pushing from here.
I'm not intimidated by these draconian regulations. Cadres, when you went to Codesa, you went to negotiate for yourself. That's why today you are a billionaire. Because you went to negotiate. You've never worked. Show me what company you have started from scratch. Show me what you have put,